So if you saw my other videos on this, and you saw how I set up the feeder before, I broke down the bracket that came on the side of the feeder, and what this is used for is you can mount it to a pipe, you can put a pipe clamp on there. This bracket can be used for all kinds of things. Of course, it was attached to the plastic support that was on the feeder, and the automatic feeder motor portion was sitting right on that bracket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this a bit. This is where the bowl is now going to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this right to the wall like this. And then the bowl will be on the floor. That way, when the automatic feeder goes off, it'll spill right into a bowl. And if we need to, wipe our floor up because our cat makes a mess, here's a temporary setup while I'm doing this. And you can see there's little kibbles and bits all over the place because he likes to pull it out of the bowl and then munch on it. So we can just pick up our bowl on the floor, we can mop it, sweep, whatever we need to do without having to remove the whole feeder assembly. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've cut a 2x4, piece of 2x4 that's going to be the same length as the bracket on this, and that'll go right up against the wall. What you'll see now is basically this 2x4 will now be mounted right up against the wall like that. Then the bracket will then secure right on there, and then the automatic feeder motor will be sitting right on that metal bracket. Now let's see if I can do this with one hand. So this is cut, if you look at it there, the same length as the bracket, and see if I can squeeze it tight. That will now just go right up against the wall. Now what I plan on doing is I'm going to paint that 2x4 black so that it's the same color as the metal base, and we'll see how that works out. On to the next step. So now I'm going to lightly spray the 2x4 so it has a nice black finish to it, just like the bracket. This is a nice black enamel paint. Now you only have to do the front of it, the sides, because you're going to have it mounted to the wall and you won't see the backside not being painted. And there we go. We'll let that dry, and that should be a pretty good match to that black there. It'll blend right in. Okay, so now that we've completed our block of wood and we go ahead and put our screws in there, I'm going to use toggle bolt with plastic anchors that'll go in the drywall. You see they're popped out a little bit. I've gone ahead and I've already laid out on the wall where this needs to be. And all we're doing is just punching the holes in the wall to where the anchors are going to be. And went ahead and already laid it out. And that'll be just far enough off the floor that the kibble doesn't bounce into the bowl and bounce out. You can use different sizes of bowl. And here's our holes. I'm going to go ahead and open them up and put the toggles in. Alright, so we go ahead and we put the toggle bolts on the back of the bowl. On the wood, the way these work is they'll compress. Once it gets behind the wall, they'll lock out like that. So we'll go ahead and put it in the wall. Make sure they're right up against the wall so that they're flush. And then begin tightening them down to bring it in. And you can see it drawing into the wall like that. And soon it'll snug right up. I countersunk the screws a little bit so that the metal plate won't get messed up there. There we go. Man, that is nice and snug. That ain't coming off there. The whole wall's shaking. So we'll go ahead and we'll affix the mounting bracket to the block of wood we just put up. And we have some self-tapping screws. We're going to put them right on there. Just like that. Just run them in. Now you can pre-drill these. I probably should have. My hand strength's not that great these days. And run them up till they're snug. One on the top and one on the bottom towards the back of the wall. On the front and the back. And I'll go ahead and do that and we'll come back. Okay, now the bracket's on there. You can go ahead and put the motor to the feeder right there. And you're going to want to remove this first screw right here. And the bracket that was included in the kit will go right there. And then you'll put additional screws right there. And that will complete our installation. So let me go ahead and do that. So there it is, all mounted up. And I'll just push the button in so you can see how it works. And there you go. The automatic feeder is set up, it's mounted to the wall, and you can take the bowl out, take this out, clean underneath it real easy. Just clean the bowl periodically. You don't have to worry about fooling with that big mounting system that they had, and then have to take it out and clean the bowl inside and all that. I think this is a nicer install, and I think you'd be happy with it. So once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Take care.